All right, guys, this is Malik Foster Travels. Welcome to an episode of The Travel Game. And we're going to be discussing cheap flight secrets of 2026. So, once again, for you guys just tuning in, it's The Travel Game, Cheap Flight Secrets 2026. That's what we're going to get into today. As people get into the room, welcome, everybody who's just joining in. As y'all come in here, let's see. Let's get it started. Let me share the live to some of my friends, and I'll get into it for the people watching the replay. So give me a moment here while we take a short time to share with some people. Hey, what's up, Melvin? What's up, Melvin? I'm just sharing it to some close friends and family. Hopefully, I can help with people. Sorry, that's a little loud. A little delay on my phone there. How you doing, buddy? How you doing, Melvin? Yeah, I figured this would be a live stream that can really help a lot of people. Um, so I guess let's get it started since Melvin's in here. Some other people are starting to join in. Welcome, Melvin. Welcome anybody else, whoever's watching. Peace and blessings to you on this beautiful Friday evening here in the United States, where I'm streaming from. So I wanted to say, if flights look expensive to you, it's not just you, right? Um, it's me as well. They tend to be expensive these days. The prices have gone down a little bit. I've been seeing that as well. But I'm going to show guys how to find cheap flights in 2026. Cash price, because there's different methods of getting cheaper flights, but we're going to go over the cash price. What up, POV? Welcome. You're on your way to Thailand? Yeah, man. I hope you have fun, bro. Enjoy, man. Make sure you show us plenty of different tour things out there, different sites, the different fruit that they have in that country that people like to eat, and vegetables and all of those different things. The food, I heard Thai food's really good. I heard about the 7-Eleven. They have some nice islands over there as well. So make sure you keep us updated. Yeah, POV. I plan to give you guys some information. I know Melvin. He just dropped where he's traveling from to Thailand. He's in Seattle right now. He's flying out of Seattle. How long is that flight, Melvin? Drop that in the chat. Let us know. I want to go to Thailand. I haven't been, so make sure full report. Um, I assume good from all the reports, but you never know. Um, so guys, let me know also in the chat out there. Are you have any upcoming domestic or international travel in 2026? Because there's definitely different tactics you can use, depending on if you're flying domestically in the United States or if you're flying outside the United States or if you're in another country. Um, you can also this same kind of tactics also apply as well. So we can kind of get started. Um, so what's changed in 2026? Differences in domestic and international travel is the dynamic pricing of things. Um, there's fewer. It's been fewer mistake fares. If anybody knows what that is, it's like when the airlines kind of make a mistake, a little blip in the system, and the fares are super cheap. So it's been a little bit of rarity seeing those around as well. Um, and airlines have been getting better at tracking such behavior like that. So that's something we want to take a look at, right, guys? Also incognito mode. I know that's a big myth, but I've been looking at different YouTubes. I've been testing it out myself. Incognito mode doesn't really make big of a difference. And also some people also say Tuesdays are always cheaper, right? But that they're necessarily not cheaper. Let's take a look at the comment section. I'm done with that. Let's see what Melvin says. I'm taking a direct flight from Vancouver, that's in Canada, to Bangkok. 15 to 16-hour flight. Okay, dang, that's like Miami to Dubai. Dang, that's a long flight. That's longer than that. How long you gonna be out there, Melvin? Let us know. How long you gonna be out there? Let's see. Seattle and Vancouver are right next to each other. I'm taking a short 30-minute flight to Vancouver first and straight to time. Okay, so like 16, just add a little 30 minutes. You take a little break. You know, okay, that's not bad. Kind of reminds me of a flight I took. Ah, man, it kind of reminds me of the flight I took from Nairobi to Mombasa, Kenya. That flight was that flight didn't even feel like 30 minutes. That flight felt like 20, 25 minutes or something like that. I think it was like 40 something, but it felt really short. I'm like, we're up and then we're almost down. They're already making the the announcement that, hey guys, prepare for landing. I'm like, man, we just got up here. Um, so guys, getting back to cheap flights. One thing about getting cheap flights is you usually don't find them, you have to track them, right? I know some people always like, you just don't want to randomly search, you want to be proactive. If you really want to get the best deals, that's what I noticed. Like if you want to go somewhere, you want to really track those destinations from your specific airport or any neighboring airports that you're willing to go to, and then you want to do it that way, because if you're just randomly searching, it's not as effective, and it doesn't save you as much money, because the whole goal is to save more money, to have more fun on the trip, on your vacation, or whatever business you have to attend to, especially if it's not sponsored or paid for. So let's get into some Google Flights. I'm gonna kind of pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up to just like show you guys, maybe as I talk about it. Maybe I can go through a little bit as well. While I'm pulling that up, let's get back to some of the comments here. Uh, hey, what's up? What's up, Edwin? Thanks for tuning in, bro. Um, okay, you said you'll be up there till a month. I bought a one-way ticket. I'll head back to you. Yeah, yeah. That's a good thing to do too. I'm glad you mentioned that, Melvin. You know, getting a one-way ticket is definitely cheaper, or two one ways sometimes, especially domestically, right? Let's talk domestically first, real quick, real brief. Domestically, buying two one way tickets is definitely a good go to. Sometimes round trip is effective as well, but I use it more when I'm traveling domestically, the one way ticket route. However, internationally is definitely good for sure. To have that round trip ticket sometimes. But yeah, man, there's also there are ways to get around that. I know you have to have visas and stuff like that for it. So yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, Melvin's gonna test it out for you, Edwin. He is going to test it out for you. So y'all guys be sure to report to us. I mean, if I can get out there, I'll let you know. Bro, I'll let you know if I can get out there. Sure. All right, guys, I'm gonna head to Google Flights. I might put that on the screen here. Let me see. So I can just show you some demonstrations and stuff, possibly. Let's see. I'm gonna share my screen. Share screen. Window. Let's see. We're gonna share this. There we go. Can I add that to the stage? All right, guys, it's on the stage. If y'all can't see my screen, let me know. It should be up there. So as I was mentioning trackers, I put a tracker. It went up a little bit. It was 166 at one time, so it went up. But sometimes it goes up and down, like I was talking about earlier. That's why we put a tracker on stuff. Let's see. Yeah, so you can see the grid. It can tell you when you're getting a good deal. So this is okay. This is the average. This is where you want to get a good deal. That's what, according to Google Analytics and stuff like that, for a basic economy flight. So definitely want to go in there and check that out. Obviously, green means it's low. That's like the best price or the cheapest price when it says green on there up here, guys. Um, so let's get to it. So let's see some examples, I guess. Let's go through this real quick. Let's go to explore. Yeah, I like to use the Explore flights, guys. It's only 6 months out, so you know, that's one of the reasons why I use different tools besides Google Flights. It's only 6 months out. It's the main tool I use, but it's not the only tool because there's other tools, other sites that do some things that Google Flights does do for free, but other places is a little better. And I'll explain to you why in a little bit. Okay. Um, so Atlanta, right? Let's see, because I'm based out of here. That's my closest airport, right? For you guys that don't know, that's my closest airport. Let's see, what can we do? We can or let's try New York City. Let's show New York City. Let's do New York City. Let's do JFK. I flew out of there before. And let's go to Europe. Um, we can do flexible dates, right? Um, let's see. Next 6 months, a week. Done. So you can really get creative, guys, with this type of thing here. You can really get creative. Um, you can really see everything. That's why I like Google Flights. Let me see. I was trying to see if I can. Okay, there we go. Oh, why I wasn't moving? I don't know why my map wasn't moving at first. So let's see. Let's see. I want to go to London. Let's use London for example. LHR. So this in this example, guys, I'm going to show you guys how when you switch different airports, you can save money, and we can also go through different stuff. So currently that says it's the lowest price, right? And it says prices are low. JFK Europe. Okay, let's see. I feel like I've seen like cheaper, but who knows? So I guess tomorrow might be the cheapest you can go. Yeah, so Iceland Air, and the cool thing about Iceland Air is, guys, you can have a stopover. I'm not sure if it's paid or not, but you might have to pay a little fee for it. I can't really recall, but they offer that option, so you can stop in Iceland and for a little bit before you reach your final destination of London in the UK. So yeah, so it's 342. That's the cheapest with Iceland Air, but that's the cheapest in the next 6 months until something different. Flying Miami to Thailand. Okay, yeah, okay. I'll do that. I can do that example real quick too. Um, so this is New York. Actually, you know what? Let's do your example. I'm gonna do your example right now. Let's do your example. Because what I want to do is I want to compare Miami that you said, and then we'll compare Atlanta. How different airports have different pricing. Let's do that. Let's do that right now. Miami. We're gonna do MIA, not Fort Lauderdale, and then we'll do what's the Bangkok one? BNK, I think. No, what's Bangkok's airport? Let's see. Let me type in Thailand. I don't know. Oh, it's BKK. I don't know why I said BNK. I don't know what I was thinking. Sorry. Let's do your example. So we got $882. That's the lowest one in the next 6 months, guys. So keep in mind when you're searching on Google Flights. This is from now till maybe July or something. It's not really accurate past that. Google Flights doesn't really give you like a year to play with. So this is what they say the cheapest one. Our cheapest is this. Um, I mean it's a long flight, very very long. Yep. But let me go back here because I was just gonna show you guys like the tracker. So if you really want to go to Thailand, guys, from Miami, and that's like and you're stuck, but you still want to get cheaper. See, this thing really helps show us like here. So this is a prime situation. It's probably not gonna get too much cheaper than this. So this is a good deal. So you want to take it. Like, it tells you sometimes it might go a little lower, but that was like 50 some days ago. You never know. But this is a good range. Under that $900, you're getting a deal. Under that $900 in the past, what, couple months would be considered a deal. Thanks, Edwin. Thank you, bro. I forgot what it was. Thank you. BKK, thank you. Um, So the thing I would do is you can put a tracker on the specific dates to see if it'll go lower, which I doubt it will go lower than that on these specific dates because it's quickly coming up. We're going to approach February. So you definitely you don't want to wait until the last minute on that. As seats get filled up, they're going to increase the pricing. But right now is a good time because everybody just finished their Christmas and holidays and all that stuff. So what you want to do is just select any date, so that way you can find a deal that matches your schedule and what you want to do. You would set a tracker here. Obviously, you can see the date grid, price graphs, all this other stuff like this. But we don't need to go through all of that in detail. But the main thing is here is the tracker stuff. You don't have to really worry about that unless you want to just see the pricing and all that. The trackers is the main thing because when you have your availability, it'll notify you in your email. Like it'll notify your Gmail account, and if your Gmail is attached to your phone, you'll be able to see the cheapest prices. So that's a way to do it, right? For the cash pricing. Let's see, and this is another reason why I always preach about a different airport, right? Because let's take Atlanta for example, because I'm out in Atlanta. Let's take Atlanta, and then we're gonna go to BKK, I think. Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Edwin. Thank you, brother, for that. Telling me BKK because I'm like I don't know. So let's see. So see, Atlanta got us a cheaper flight, right? We saw 882. Now we're seeing this 820. So this is, but is that really worth it? Is it really worth it? Like, is that what $62 difference worth it? Oh, okay, it might be a little cheaper, but we don't know. Let's see. It's going cheaper, but the cheaper flight might be a third party, which I'll briefly talk about if that is the case. If it's the third party website, let's see. Okay, it's Etihad, so it's not a third party. So is that $100 basically? Let me see. I want to say it's $100. Yeah, is that $100 difference worth it? It might be actually. It might be because you can buy that ticket, but then again, like look at that timing. That's another reason why it's cheap. So you got to think like, are you willing to? to deal with that. I mean, the main thing that's making the flight long is just that one overnight stopover, the overnight layover. They might, if you're flying with them, they might let you stay in the hotel for a small fee or for free. I'm not sure what Etihad, but that's out of Abu Dhabi in the UAE. For those who are listening and don't know, but that's where that is. That's their airline out there. Um, so yeah, so you can, but if all you care about is the price and the dates line up, and the main thing is the price, guys. This could be an option for you. So you see, you saving $100, essentially. If you're able to get there, like it may only cost you like, I don't know, maybe it might cost you $40 or $30 to get there. Probably not, because you'll probably have a bag, right? So it might cost you $60, $70, and you still end up saving like $30, right? Like, let's say if it costs you like $70 or whatever round trip from Atlanta to Miami, which is quite possible, and maybe you got a check bag or whatever, because you can get a cheap flight from Atlanta to Miami. I don't know about on this day. Let's see how much is one way. Let's go through it real quick. Let's go to Miami on that day. Let's see. Will it be worth it, guys? See, $40. See, $40 or cheaper than that. I mean, you have to ride one of these budget airlines. I would probably pick Frontier, or something like that. But you know, I don't know how you're dealing with your bags or something, but it's an option. If you're just trying to get there for the cheapest way, right? It's an option. You don't have much baggage and luggage. So that's another thing, guys. If you don't overpack, or if you don't want to take too many bags, and you take a carry on and backpack and stuff, you might be able to get away with some of this stuff. If your goal is just to see the country, it's worth a shot, right? So changing airports, I just showed you can get cheaper flights. I literally just showed you guys that with Google Flights. So I want to say, guys, Google Flights is more of your researching tool. It's not always a booking tool. Like, you're just researching, right? Because we're researching here, you still got to go to the actual airlines to book, or possibly third party. I don't know if they got any third parties on here. I don't think so, but uh, yeah, yeah, I don't see any third party. Yeah, they're not gonna probably have third party on here, because it's like that kind of flight. But even if you see third parties, so guys, who's used Google in the chat before? Y'all can put it in the chat, yes or no. Just let me know, guys, if y'all use Google Flights. So that's my little example. I don't want to keep y'all all night on your Friday night. We're gonna try to keep this stream definitely under an hour. So that's the Google Flights tutorial. If you guys have any questions about that, let me know. I can try to answer it, or if something you want me to cover on Google Flights, I can try to cover it. Um, but that's how I use it. Right. I try to see where I want to go, different just to go over it. I try to see where I'm trying to go, different airports. From We use the example of Miami to Bangkok, Atlanta to Bangkok, to show that different airports gives you different pricing. Um, let's see what is it. Melvin says, yes, I've used Google Flights to find the best deal from Seattle to Thailand. Exactly. That's what you're supposed to do. I don't know if you put a tracker on there, Melvin, but that's what I would have did. Like, if I know my plan is to go somewhere in advance, I'll throw a tracker on there, get a list of countries I want to go to, throw a tracker on there, and then you're good to go. Yep. What does everyone say? Yep, went there first to see a good time frame. Then I went directly to the airline, JFK to Bangkok, and with my points from Bangkok to Seattle. Okay, yeah, yeah. So sometimes in this travel game, guys, whoever's listening, ladies too, if you're out there, you got to be able to be flexible enough to go to different airports, to go to the places you want to go to, especially when the price difference is definitely, when it's more than $100 for sure. You got to be flexible. for sure. We're going to do a few more comments, and then we're going to move on to the next thing. If you guys don't have anything, questions for me about Google flights. I chose Air Canada. Korean Air was also a good option out of Seattle. Yeah, I mean, I'm not too picky with the airlines, especially internationally. Most of the international airlines have been solid because if they're able to come to the USA, they meet a certain minimum standard. So I've been solid with that. But here and there, I might have a little bit of customer service issues, but most of the time they get resolved. Maybe it takes a little later, a little longer than it would in the US, but for the most part, I've had an issue with Qatar, and I've had an issue with Air France and Lufthansa, but for the most part, they took care of me. Yeah, they took care of me. I just had to go through. They just have a bad system of getting taken care of, I think. But especially Air France, it's like you can't call them for nothing. At least Qatar, you can kind of call. So I give Qatar that. But sorry, that's a quick side note. You made me think about that. Getting off on a tangent here. But back to what I was gonna say. All right, guys, if y'all have any questions, yes, make sure y'all hit the like button. Let's take a little promo break. Make sure you hit the like button, guys. Follow, subscribe, share the live, because I believe this can help a lot of people who are trying to travel more, but they want to be able to actually enjoy the trip by being able to afford the trip. Because if you can't afford the trip, you can't go on a trip to enjoy the trip. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about Google Flights, let me know. I'll be more than willing to answer that. Or if you want to talk to me personally, you can book some time. It's free. Just book some time. It's a link in my on my page where you can book a free consultation with me. So we can go over whatever you want to go over for free, 15 minutes free. Just let me know. Or if you want more time, it is a small fee for that. All right, enough of promo. It's also Malik Foster Travels.setmore.com. Y'all guys can check that out. All right, guys, I'm gonna go on the Skyscanner unless y'all want me to go back to Google Flights. I'm gonna go to Skyscanner. So this website here. The reason why I use this website mainly is to look at different things from a longer viewpoint. Um, we were doing Miami to Bangkok as a example, so we'll just stick to that. Yeah, Miami International. We'll go to BKK. And there we go. And I'm gonna show you guys the difference. Why I like looking at this one. I like looking at here is because sometimes you can go all the way to January. On Google Flights, they limit you to 6 months. So here they have a calendar view of a year. So that's why I go to Skyscanner. That's something that a lot of people don't know unless you're really heavy into the travel community and looking at stuff like that. Um, so this is why I come here. So if it's past 6 months, this is a place you got to go to. Google Flights is within 6 months. That's their range, right? So if you're trying to go up to January this year, we might be able to see something like that. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what if we can, or if they got anything available. Let's see. Show y'all in real time. While that loads, let's see. Let's see what that one say. I guess it might be my network. Uh, okay. Sorry, I went. I don't know. I don't know if y'all guys can hear me. I can't. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. Sorry, guys. My computer's going a little slow right there. Edwin said, I'm flying to Korean Air too. They are also associated with Delta. It's going to be a long flight, but I know vacation worth it. Yeah, that's the only thing about Asia from like where we are, Edwin, on the East Coast of the United States. It's going to be long flight. Yeah, my network was messing up, man. That's why on my end I was glitching. Thanks, Melvin. But yeah, yeah, Korean Air should be good. They have a good track record, good reputation. It's just an airline to get you. When you're in this travel game, that's what this is called, the travel game. Cheap Flight Secrets 2026 is the title of this video, but this series is called the travel game. When you're into the travel game, you want to go to many different places, you gotta do what's most cost effective. I mean, unless you have some sort of job, some sort of sponsoring, you gotta do what's most cost effective to get you there. Obviously, you want to be comfortable and stuff like that. Yeah, Melvin. That's what I was gonna say. Like certain places is far. Asia, Africa is kind of far, depending on where you go. If you can't get a direct flight, like West Africa is cool because it's like the same time as Europe. But yeah, it's pretty far. Even the Brazil fight is kind of far. I feel like anything past like 5 hours is kind of a far fight. Like anything like from Atlanta to California to me was kind of far. It was reasonable, but it was kind of low key far. So anything around that distance to me is a far flight. So yeah, shout out to you, Chase. Shout out to you, man. Um, but let's get back to Skyscanner. So as you guys can see, I can see a flight a whole year out. Like this is why I use it. We're doing January 1st to January 7th, 2027. I mean, it's expensive. You probably gonna want to wait, right? You're gonna want to wait. You don't want to take these deals, but you can at least see what's available. Um, you can get in early, essentially. So you can see 2027 stuff already. Yeah, exactly. Let's get to some of these comments here. Shout out to you, Chase. Shout out to you, bro. Any flight that lasts more than 5 hours, that's when I usually get restless. Yep. Yeah. It's tough. That's why I like when they do it at night. I can get like 3 hours of sleep. I wake up. I try to stretch a little bit. It just sometimes sucks when you're in that middle row, man. If y'all know what I'm talking about, that middle row. But yeah, so Skyscanner is very flexible. You can do different views and stuff. Um, I'm so used to the app though. But the main feature on here that I like to use is the past 6 months feature on here. As I just showed you guys, that's the main thing I use it for. To be honest with you guys, you got the everywhere search, you got the month view, you got different stuff. You got multi-city, you got all the different stuff. You can add. I guess they kind of make it a little easier. Like you can add a hotel. Like it's an easier view than let's say like Google Flights, right? When we're on Google Flights, it can kind of look a little chaotic, right? It's a lot of stuff going on. I feel like it's a little more like simplistic. It's more simplistic, than you can like I like the way it's designed better than Google Flights. That's mainly what I'm saying. You can kind of get to your features a little easier. Um, but I will say this, like, yeah, see, you got your Explore Everywhere, kind of like the it's kind of like the map feature, except it looks a little different. It's not really a map. It's just like it just shows you good deals. That's what this site does. From Miami to February 2026. Okay, I can kind of adjust it. So let's say Edwin was talking about a subscriber was talking about April, right? Let's see, April to May. Let's see, Miami to anywhere, right? Or well, I'm in Atlanta. Let's do Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta, so let's see where I can go. And actually, let's just go all the way out so we can see where we can go from February to January. Let's see where we can go. Um, yeah. No, we want to depart February, maybe return whenever. I don't know. Let's see what we can do this next month. All right, let's see. Can you check a less popular place like Cape Verde? Well, I can do that too, bro. We can go on there though. We're gonna go through it together. Because in these examples that I'm going through, we don't care where we go, right? We're focusing on the cheap aspect, like how to find the cheap flights and the cheap flight secrets. So let's see. Somebody put yeah, I'll kind of look at that in a minute, man. I'll try to look at that soon. Um I'll put a note. All right, Melvin said Atlanta to Rio. That's where I would go. All right, let's see. Let's see what they got going on. So what Skyscanner does is it kind of essentially filters it. It kind of essentially filters it to show you where the cheap flights can go from your destinations. So I'm in Atlanta, right? And this February to March is going to show me the cheapest place I can go. Like, let's see. Let's just show you an example in the United States domestically. Um, you see how it's all streamlined? It's showing you like the cheap hotels you can get in these places. $15 hotel in Chicago. All right. Well, interested in that. I'm like, wow, that stands out. Yeah, Chase. Yep. That certainly stands out. Um. So yeah, these are all the cities I can go to for cheap outside of my major airport. Like Chicago and New York are the main ones that are cheap. Because Delta has a little hub there. I don't know if Delta has a hub in Chicago. I know that's like United or something. Of course, your Florida destinations and this I figured somewhere in Texas or another place up north would be a little cheaper, but hey, maybe I go back. All right. Melvin was talking about Brazil. Let's see if we can find Brazil on here. So I can hit up Costa Rica for cheap for cash next month. I know you guys like that place. There's some direct flights from Canada. That's cheap. Let's see. But sometimes this isn't always accurate, guys. That's why I have to double check Google Flights. I feel like Google Flights is sometimes a little more accurate, but this is pretty accurate too. I mean, I like Google Flights for accuracy in terms of the price point, but this is a good search tool. Dang, Brazil. Yeah, this sounds about right. Yeah, when I was looking on Google Flights, it's looking about right. Yep. You can probably get real a little cheaper in the 500s. But sometimes that's why it's good to put a tracker because last year I saw stuff for like 300 and some dollars, right? Okay. Monthly prices. What was this for? Okay. Let's see. February 372. Let's see. Is that round trip? Oh, okay. It's probably like, oh, okay. So they do it in a weird way. Like, see, I got to pick this, and then when can I return? Right? I got to pick when I'm returning. Like, am I gonna return? So that would be 7. But let's see if we do. Let's see February. Can we get a good deal? Can we get a good deal? Nah, it's gonna be about the same. I'm sure. Yeah, it's gonna be $600 something. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be about the same. Yeah. Yeah. So right now, Atlanta, $600 some dollars. You can get some cheap lodging. I like how they do that. right? I think Skyscanner does a good job. If you're just like, man, I need cheap accommodations, because your accommodations can add up, guys. So don't sleep on planning for that, because your accommodations, depending on how long you're gonna stay, is more expensive than your flight. Your flight just Getting your flight is just the first step. Like, okay, I'm committed. Buying your flight is just that commitment contract. Going through with it, you still gotta have a place to stay. You can't be on the street. And for visa purposes, for like countries that have visas like Brazil. Um, so let's see some comments here. Okay, Melvin said Atlanta has a good airport. You can get a direct flight to all the continents minus Antarctica. Live from Atlanta. Yeah, Atlanta is the world's busiest airport, for everybody who doesn't know. I'm pretty sure people watching this, most people may know, but some people don't. So, Atlanta is the world's busiest airport. It has the most traffic, and pretty much if it doesn't go there directly, it'll go to a place that has a stop that will get you to where you need to go. Like some cities, like you can't even go there directly. You have to go to another city that goes out the way. At least with Atlanta, you can usually go somewhere either directly or it's a stop for most places. So Melvin is absolutely correct when he says that, guys. For sure. So let- let- let's talk about when to book direct or OTA, third party booking risks. We could talk about that real quick. Let me stop sharing my screen for a second. Let me remove that. So let's talk about that real quick, guys. And Chase, I haven't forgotten about your Cape Verde search. I think you wanted me to search that on here, so I'll do that after I talk about this real quick. Um, Let me just go back. So what so the thing about third party risk is, if anything bad goes wrong, guys, it's going to be a hassle to get your money back. You're going to run into issues, maybe cancellations, maybe some sort of fees. You got to make sure you pay the insurance. But when you go through the airline, they're going to take care of you. If there's an issue, most of the time, especially with the international flights, in my experience. I'm not saying don't use the third parties, but I've heard some horror stories. And plus, the reason why I use um, the direct airlines, purchasing through the direct airline and not third party booking sites like Priceline or Expedia like that, is because the, um for me, you get more bang for your buck. You get the miles. Of course, the pricing is going to be a little cheaper. It's a little cheaper, but you get the miles, which you can also use later to get a free flight, essentially, besides the taxes. And the taxes usually, it depends on where you're going, but it's gonna be maybe a couple $100 depending on where you're going if you pick the economy class, or you might be able to even afford a business class ticket somewhere if you so choose. So that's those are the main reasons why I steer away from the third party sites, because of the whole, if something goes wrong from a logistics standpoint, where like your flight's canceled or some baggage issue, some sort of issues, the airline is going to give you a hard time, because they're like, oh, you didn't book with us. You don't want to get into that. Like, or they'll say, oh, you have to contact them, and then their agent has to contact the airline. You don't want to run into those sort of issues, guys. So that's one of the issues, one of the reasons why I steer away from it. But I definitely wouldn't give anybody the advice to not ever use them. It's just me personally. I get more benefits of using it. Oh, okay. Yeah. The third party sites like Priceline, Expedia, I've used them before. They're good. They're tremendous with stuff, but the issue is when the airline makes a issue about it. They're solid, but the airline make an issue if something goes wrong, and be like, okay, what's your booking number? Oh, you didn't book with us. You booked with a third party. You have to contact them, and then they have to contact the airline. Like, you got to go through extra stuff, and sometimes even contacting the airline directly can be um not the easiest thing. Like, for example, contacting Air France, it's like they just tell you to send an email or something. Like, they don't want to talk to you. Like, yeah, talking to Qatar Airlines, it may take a while before you get to somebody, like. So that's just my personal experience, right? So, all right, let's look real quick what Chase wanted to see. Let's put this back on the stage here. All right. All right, bro. We're gonna look at Cape Verde. Let's see, because this is another cool feature that you gotta search. He said Cape Verde, right? I don't know if this is the right airport, but let's see flexible dates. And this is another thing I like to use. You can see the cheapest month is April, so they say, but you never know. You can get some good deals, like, but that'll come to later. I'll explain that later how you can find good deals even outside the ranges that like Google Flights will say, or Skyscanner, or Kayak, or any of these other, you know, flight pricing search engines, right? Um, so, bro, here we go. Let's see. Let's apply. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on with this Cape Verde stuff. Uh, this don't seem right, but let's look. Let's look. Okay, is this a one way? It might be one way. I don't trust this. Oh, yeah, I think it is one way. Okay, yeah, yeah. I wish I could do round trip, but but it's cool though. Like sometimes, it's not. When I look at flights, I do look in terms of one ways too internationally, because sometimes if you have some points or something, or if you're unsure when you want to come back, it's a good deal, and it ends up being about the same anyway. Okay, okay, it's a one way, but let me see if I can edit this. I didn't want to do one way. I want to do round trip. But see, it has to have a return date. But let's see. It's still in April though. Ah, I didn't mean to do, but there. Um. Hmm. Okay, maybe the fifth. They don't really have that many flight options though, but this is probably the best. Oh, okay, okay. I see what it's doing. Okay. All right. So you can do 1 week, bro. You can do 1 week in Cape Verde, Praia. They got some expensive hotels out there for the 4-star out there. That's what it seems like it's showing out there. So Airbnb seemed like it might be the best bet. I'm like, man. But then again, it's 4-star hotels. It's probably some cheaper stuff for like the 8 nights or whatever. But you probably won't need 8 nights. It'd take you like a day to get over there. You probably need like 7 nights, honestly. Probably get you a day over to get over there. Let's see. Let's see how the flights are looking. They go over there. Okay. Try doing. What is this? Come on, man. All right. I don't know what that was. Okay. Well, they don't have any. I don't think Cape Verde actually has direct flights, bro. Obviously, if they do, it's definitely going to be way more. Um, but as you can see, you can get a good idea of pricing though on this place. Like if you want car rentals, the hotels, Google Flights, you can get that stuff too, but it's just not as streamlined. Like that's the one thing I like about this. I just feel like it's more simplistic and easier to use. Um, but yeah, bro, here it is. You can go there in April from Boston. I don't know how much it's gonna take you to get to Boston, but so I would say, Let's continue. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Fair details. Okay. So basically, $600. You're gonna be paying $700 for the flight because you gotta pay for your bags. So you gotta pay your bags. Yeah, man. Like some of them Spanish islands and those Portuguese islands and those vacation spots are not easy to get to. You always have to go to their country first. Like here you got to go to let's see. Yeah, you got to go to like Spain somewhere. I think this is in Spain, right? Cuz I believe this is Azora Airlines. Yeah. It's like Spain. Yeah, so you got to deal with Spanish Airlines. So it's always going to drop, you're always going to go to the hub, because I don't think Cape Verde has an international airline. They might not have an international airline, but they do have like they focus their tourism to Europe a lot. I was looking at a documentary, and they focus their tourism to Europe a lot. So, Europe gets all the easier access to them. Yeah, you can go there as an American, but it's like more difficult and challenging because they're not really marketing to us. So for the guys listening, here, and you want to like go to places that like, they're not really marketed to Americans per se, but it's marketed to Europeans. So mm, you might not feel like you're getting the best bang for your bucks, I guess. But yeah, yeah, it is complicated to get to, bro. For sure, it is. But we'll stop that. We'll remove this for a second. All right, guys. So let's get into the next thing I want to cover. It's kind of taking long here, but I'll try to be as quick as possible. So there's third party search sites that also help, guys, that I'm gonna put in here. I just got to get to the site here. I thought I had it pulled up, but I guess it disappeared on me. But post for you guys about the put on the stage free. It's a free service that you can use to give you flight alerts, right? Because usually you have to pay for that, or the flights alerts that you get are pretty bad, I would say. Like Google Flights is solid. Um, Skyscanner is solid. They all give you flight alerts, but this place, it kind of works as like a third party agent that is kind of working for you in the background to find you the cheapest flights, but you kind of have to register it, and it just shows you a bunch of cheap flights. But they're random, and it's not really tailored and specific to you. But you don't have to put trackers on it and manually do stuff. You just got to sign up. So let me put that on here. All right, guys. So this is Secret Flying, secretflying.com. It helps find the cheapest flights online. It's completely free. So if you don't want to pay for this service, but you still want to be able to travel, be flexible, and do things like that, it's a really good tool for you guys to use. I'll say that. Um, so so it'll show you crazy deals like this, like Sydney, Australia, from European cities. It'll show you like the airfares, but most of these airfares are really hard to take. But hey, if you see one and you got to jump on it because they'll be gone within a few hours. So um let's see. We're trying to we got to pick somewhere far to see some good deals. I think we were in Asia, right? Was it East Asia or Central or South Asia? Let's see what they get. So yeah, they'll publish like cheap flights for you. They'll show you cheap flights. Like But the thing is, I'll just select the USA and see what's going on from USA because that's where I'm at. Um, see Philly to Guatemala. It's honestly better when you sign up for the site because going on the site is not the best. I don't really like it's like a blog or something, blog style. I'm not a fan of it. I prefer when they just sending me the emails and I can just see the flight. Like it's just much better that way. But let's just like check out one just to see it's like a blog style. Man, I like when this stuff comes to my email right here. I like when I just see all of this. I go to the deal. Yep, I'm giving away all these secrets for free, guys. I just go to the deal. I select it. Boom. Um, Click that off. They got Czech Republic, Rome, Italy. I've been seeing a lot of Africa flights go cheap, like Tunisia. Like that's under that's almost under my cash range. I prefer paying cash prices for $500 or less. So I mean, I might pull a trigger on that cash. I might not even have to use points or anything else, or any credits or anything. See Croatia, you can hit Croatia for under $500 round trip. You can hit Colombia under 300. France. So it's a good site, guys. I suggest you check it out. That's what I use um as a spot. It's a hidden gem. They have airfares, flash sales, and I suggest you guys get on it as quick as you can. And one of the things is with these site like this, you want to take advantage of the 24-hour rule. You want to be book first. Um, ask questions later, basically. You want to take advantage of that 24-hour rule to get that refundable amount back. So I want to say a pro tip here, guys, is Secret Fly rewards people who act fast. So you definitely can see some good deals here. So definitely subscribe. It's free. And if you see a deal of a place you want to go to, pull the trigger on it. And I think you can kind of select some stuff too. I'm not logged in, but you can select some stuff too. But if you don't want to log in, you can just come here. It's blog style. I'm not a fan, but if you're okay, you can just scroll through here. All right, guys. Um, this next site I'm gonna go through is called going formerly Scott Cheap Flights. Um, you can save a lot of money on flights here. It's a paid service. They have a free version, but the free version is not really worth it in my opinion. Don't even waste your time. I would just set my trackers manually, or I'll go to Secret Flyer and use Skyscanner and set trackers. That's what I would do personally. But this is what I personally use. I got the upgraded package. It's really good. It sends you tremendous deals. Let me see if I can log in real quick. Kind of show you guys. Hold on. See if I can log in. Let me see. Let me see if I can log in. Because I have an elite membership. I want to say. But the elite membership is like $100 and something a year or something. But the pro membership is like I'm trying to think. What here we go. I hope I remember my password, man. Oh, here we go. Something went wrong. Try again. Okay. I don't know what my pin is. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to. Why something go wrong? All right. we're gonna okay. 1 minute, guys. I'm pulling it up right now. I had to do it, switch it to a different browser because I don't know what's going on with this. Hmm. They also have an app. Going has an app, guys. I use it. It's useful. You can do the website here. I'm just, all right. It says I'm back. All right, guys, I'm back. I don't know what happened. All right, log me in, please. All right, I'm logged in. Let me add this to the stage. Yeah, it's worth it, guys. This information is worth it. I know it's long. All right. Secret flyer. Why is it showing me secret flyer? Why is it showing me? Let me just. All right, guys. Let me see. Share screen. I gotta do it again. All right. All right. Should come now. All right, guys. Got it. All right. So this is. I have the elite. I have the elite here. If anybody's interested, you can grab my referral link. It's in my. It's a link in my link tree, so y'all can grab that. You'll get some free credit. So it helps you, help me. I don't think I get money. I think I just get some money off. I think they give me cash, but what this is, it's just cheaper business sites. Set you can just go to deals. You can or points and miles if you got that. You can create a watch list. I think I don't even know if I have anything on my watch list. Um, okay, here it is. It's loading. And the main thing about going, guys, is going is for people who don't want to search for flights every day. These people are here working for you because you're paying them for their service in order to find the flights every day. That's why I like it. They offer a free version, which is really, really bad. It's not that good. But it gives you a few alerts here and there just to be like, okay, I got to pay for this because, once you pay for the service, it's tremendous. Like it'll have you locked. So like Jamaica, they have some good deals here. Wait, is that business? Oh, it's regular. But I don't really. So I have a few on my watch list, Amsterdam and stuff. I was thinking about going to Berlin at one point. There's Ibiza, Spain, up there. I just have some random places. See, even Thailand. See, like you can, you know, um, so you can add different airports as well. Here's Uganda, UK, stuff like that, guys. Um, but the best way to do it is just create a watch list, go on your phone. For you guys, let's just focus on the cash aspect of this. They also offer mistake fares, premium cabin deals, business class deals, but you have to. Let's go to my perks or the perks of the different memberships. So here are the membership perks. Okay. Okay, this is just I was hoping this was gonna tell us. All right, this is just like just getting deals, right? Whatever. That's like just getting deals. I want to see about uh I wanted to see like the difference between elite or whatever, but I don't want to I'm hold on. Let me just explore this real quick to see if I can show y'all the difference. I don't want it to show too much personal information if I go to settings. Membership and billing. Because I wanted to show you the differences. Let me see. I want to show you guys the differences. Come on. Yeah. So it's $200. It's $199 plus tax, so it's over $200. I wish I could tell me the membership, but you get. I wanted to show y'all, but basically you get all the bells and whistles. Like you get all the business class deals, you get all the premium class deals with the elite membership. It's $200 a year. And you get what else you get? Um, you you get first dibs on like the mistake fair, everything they find. You just get first dibs. It's really useful. It's you get some cheap flights or able to pivot to different places or help me to help others get cheap flights as well. So it's really a useful tool. Um, I don't primarily use it as a searching thing. It's more like it's like a supplement to my Google Flights and my Skyscanner and Secret Flyer. It's like a supplement to that. Like it's like it's similar to Secret Flyer, like I just showed you guys, but more on steroid, like on steroids, kind of. Like it's getting that boost. Um, but yeah, let me just quickly show you guys. We'll wrap up. We'll conclude because we've been going a lot. My screen goes like every time. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on, computer. Don't fail me. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Here we go. Add to stage. All right, guys. Here is the site. I'm trying to. Is my computer going so slow? Yeah, my computer's going slow, but you can type in your destination, guys. Basically, I'll just try to explain it. Sorry, you don't have the visuals where I can type it in. Oh, here we go. I think I saw it. This has been our main thing, right? Thailand today. Let's do Thailand. Yeah, it's coming now. I don't know what was going on before, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, so Thailand. So it gives us different options, and they only send us what they consider deals, right? So let me click on where I'm at. That's the one thing that's good about this. It only gives us deals. Like Google Flights, Skyscanner is just gonna give us. They'll say the deals on there, but this only gives us what they deem deals. Like they specifically searching for deals. Um, Yeah, and they'll give you this, and then see they'll tell you this information right here. Our threshold, the highest price we would consider a deal. So that's something that they do. They'll even tell you like what the best deal ever was that they found, the last deal that they did, and then the average deal. So you definitely want to be in this range. So it's always good to look like, did I get a deal or did I not get a deal? And they base their data off of what they what's available in the previous year or whatever. I don't know how frequently they update this, but um, you can just compare it with Google Flights and whatnot because that's what they use, right? When I click on this, they get their data from Google Flights, so they've incorporated that into their system, but they just have people who are actively searching for deals. So they're saying like, okay, this is 30% off normal from Atlanta, right? So I'm getting 35% off. So you're not gonna get too much better than that, right? Because the best deal was only $150 more. You get what I'm saying? And then the last deal was like $1 more. So you're pretty much getting that's the best you're gonna get, and that's even better than the average deal that they offer. So that's kind of how it works. You can even share with your friends or whatnot. That's what I usually do. I find tremendous deals this way, guys. So you definitely want to check that out. If you want to, you can get it through a link in my bio. They'll give you some money off, and they'll give me some credit to get money off for my elite package. So yep. They also have the app. I covered that, and that is cheap flights. I mean, going flights. Sorry, it used to be Scott Cheap Flights, but that's going, guys. I highly recommend it or something similar. It also I'll just show you guys real quick, real quick. They do the points and miles thing, just real quick. I know it's more about cheap flights, cash, but points and miles is all about that. It's about cheap flights too. It's just cash, right? Wait for this to load. How's everybody doing? Wait. Okay, we're back. We're back, guys. We're back. Oh yeah, I forgot. We're streaming on Facebook as well, guys. Malik and Foster. We're streaming on Facebook as well. So shout out to the Facebook people. But yeah, all right. So yeah, there's some active deals going on with Emirates, even though they've changed things on their airline. So I see why they're doing such low points. I don't even want to deal with them. What they changed with their points and stuff. I don't see too many deals, but honestly, they're not really that the best with the points and miles stuff. They're like just now incorporating it. Um, so if I see it, I'll try to compare it. You definitely want to compare this kind of stuff with different sites. So yeah, so that's going, guys. And let's wrap it up here. So I gave y'all basically my personal cheap flight system, Google Flights. I get my price reality. A lot of places base their stuff off of Google Flights. So Google Flights is the foundation, but these other tools do things a little differently and even expand upon what Google Flights is doing. As I showed you with Skyscanner, it's more simplistic and it has a further reach in terms of the flights they show going. You can get more passive alerts, so you have essentially people working for you that you hired to get you the cheap flights to save you money. And Secret Flyer is an alert system that just notifies you of cheap flights randomly, basically, whichever one from the United States or wherever you want to choose from. I think you can choose like one or whatever, but it's free. But going takes that a step further, where there's people actively searching for you, guys. So some mistakes to avoid: you definitely don't want to book too early or too late, because as I showed you, if you want to book a year out, it's going to be way more expensive. but you don't want to book too late because if you book in a few days or whatever, the price is going to be going up, especially internationally. You definitely want to look to book like like I would say a month or two out, maybe 2 months out, depending on how far you're going. Obviously, if you're going to Europe, I think 30 days is cool, but outside of that, maybe 2 months plus. Um, Flying weekends only, that can tend to be more expensive too. So you want to look at that, and don't ignore nearby airports. As I showed you guys earlier, um, when you switch airports, you can save money, and it can potentially be uh, a money saver for you if you have the time, the flexibility to do so, guys. So if anybody has any questions, just type it in the chat. Make sure you give this live a like, share it, guys. I really put out a lot of good information. I think that could help a lot of traveling people out there. So if anybody wants me to go over anything, just type something in. Make sure you guys like the stream, subscribe to the channel, Malik Foster Travels, turn your notifications on, and our next live might be the best countries to visit cheap in 2026. I think I might do that for my next live. We'll see. We'll see what we're gonna put together for the travel game series. Yeah, bro. Thanks, Melvin. Thank you, Melvin. You said this was a good informational live. Yeah, it was, man. It took a little time, but this can be replayed back for bros trying to travel and cheap. They just have to apply some of the things we applied here today, wherever they want to go. Because all these techniques and information can be applied globally to anywhere they want, especially anybody based in the U.S. Obviously, you can still apply the same thing in your own home country if you're internationally. Yeah, yeah. You're welcome. Yeah, yep. Y'all guys, replay this. I think this was a good live as well. Even just going over it myself and listening to it, is reminding me of stuff that I need to be doing so I can be able to travel. So if you guys have any questions, we can give a few minutes for some questions here. Because we're a little over an hour. I don't like to be too long, but hey, it was all good information nonstop. I'm a little dehydrated here. Or if anybody wants to come up, you can come up. I can drop the link if anybody want to say anything or whatever. Let me see. Before we close out, I dropped the link, guys. If anybody want to just say anything, anybody want to add any value, because I don't know everything. So if y'all know anything, or if I missed anything, or if y'all have any real live feedback for me, I truly appreciate it because I love traveling and it's a passion of mine, and I would love to hear what you guys think real time. I'm just checking some stuff on my phone, just making sure I'm good over here. But yeah, guys, thank you for joining. I'm gonna wrap it up. Just let me know if y'all guys anything you want to say. I'll just give it a few minutes if people want to um, join the live, if they have any questions, or if y'all guys have any questions or comments. That's what we're gonna do. A little short, quick Q&A. If not, we'll just close out. All right, guys. I don't see any questions or anything like that. I'm gonna close out the live. I want to say, guys, thank you for joining the stream. I truly appreciate you. Oh, okay. I think I see something here. Hold up. Sorry, sometimes it's late. Yeah, definitely check out Skyscanner, man. The main difference is it's more simplistic than Google Flights, and like I showed you guys on the presentation, that is that you're out. Obviously, it's okay to book a year out if you want to, but sometimes you're gonna pay a premium price. I mean, if you're on a fixed schedule and you're just trying to get out the way, go ahead. But I know for a fact if you're not set on specific dates, you definitely can get your travel in a little bit better. But yeah, but definitely check it out, guys. Appreciate you guys. Once again, make sure you like and subscribe. If you found any of this information useful, you can support me by subscribing up, and you can also check out the link in my channel. I have a link tree where you can subscribe to either the going, or you can book a consultation with me. We can talk and go over some things. Everything's there. And if you want to support, show some love, you can hit the Cash App if you want to donate as well. That those funds go towards what we're doing here from a business standpoint or whatever. So that's it, guys. Thank you for joining in. I am going to end the stream now, guys. I appreciate y'all for coming through and showing the love and support, and asking all the questions you did. You really helped make this more informative and a better stream. So until next time, guys, be on the lookout, and I'll share it once again. Y'all be blessed, guys. Peace.